Hello, my name is Matt. Welcome back to the 90-Day Teacher. I'm super excited to make this video because it is all about how to build great habits as a teacher and how to stop the bad ones. So let's get straight into it. On this channel, our mission is simply to make teachers' lives easier, better, and more fulfilling. And this is, for me, one of the most important lessons. When we think about our school day, so much of it is habitual. It happens without us even realizing it. In the world, research suggests that about 50 to 90% of everyone's day is purely habitual and run by the subconscious without even thinking about it. And when it comes to attendance, how we respond to poor behavior, all of these things throughout the school day are likely to be a default setting that we have habitually learned over time. Really importantly, this also concerns our own teacher well-being on what we do before school, after school, and throughout the school day to make sure we're looking after ourselves. So, if we don't like what our habits are doing, how on earth do we change them? And if we've identified habits that we know we should be doing, how do we start doing them and actually follow through to do them over time? Well, here's the answer in one simple grid. Now, if like me, you're a visual learner, then this will certainly be for you. As you can see in the grid along the top, we have obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Now, when we translate that into something that we do habitually, such as at the end of a long school day, we like to watch Netflix. The TV is right there, the remote is right there, it's very obvious. We know that Netflix is attractive because we have our favorite shows that we like to watch. And it is so easy to just click that remote and turn it on. They even let you watch episode after episode without even doing anything. And is it satisfying? You bet it is. Our brain gets that little hit of dopamine every time we watch a show, and it makes us want to watch another one. When we look at that on the other side of things, the thought of getting home after a long day and going for a 5K run, for example. If our running shoes aren't by the door and we're not really in the right uniform, it's pretty invisible to us. Perhaps it's a rainy day, it's unattractive, the thought of going outside isn't something that we want to do. It's difficult. Running is not easy. It's much easier to stay on that couch and watch Netflix. And you could argue whether it's satisfying or unsatisfying during or after your exercise, but you can see how these patterns start to emerge when you look at a habit. Now, this can be flipped either way for a good habit or a bad habit, but the one way that you can change a good one into a bad one and a bad one into a good one is simply by flipping the grid. There are so many examples of this. I'll just give you a few. Let's take the idea to read more by simply placing the book that you're ready to read on your pillow in the morning. When it comes to bedtime, you are much more likely to read that book before bed because as you get in, there it is, it's very visible. Let's say your goal is to save 10% on teacher payday. Well, all we have to do is make it attractive and enjoyable. So let's say that we transfer 10% into our savings account or investment account and we spend 10% on something that we like. That gives us an instant satisfying reward and pairs that behavior to make it really obvious and easy for us to do. There are so many easy examples. Put your running shoes by the door, hide the remote to Netflix, cancel your subscription. Well, maybe not that far, but lots of little ideas that you can use to flip that grid. Now, as we lead as great role models in our teaching profession, it's amazing to recognize that as we make improvements in our own lives, using this grid and applying it to our students is also really useful stuff. Teaching them to form good habits and to break bad ones is actually pretty easy when we think about the grid. Think about daily routines in your classroom when it comes to setting things up, habits, and everything that you create as a teacher. You can use this grid to your advantage. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos and have an amazing rest of your day.